so we will run through some ellipse examples. The first one here, well first, I have an equation here. First we'll get the center. And the center here would be x minus 1 would be 1, and y minus 2 would be 2. So the center is at 1, 2. This is a squared. 4 is a squared. So a is the square root of 4, which is 2. And b is the square root of 9, which is 3. So here's how you graph that. You go to the center, 1, 2, and put that point. And then a, being 2, is the sideways radius. If you can use the word radius, it really isn't a radius, but it's a sideways distance. So go over 2 and over 2. B is the vertical radius, or it's not really a radius, but the vertical distance away from the center. So up 3, down 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, not that. So that is your ellipse. You need the center, and then you need the A value, and you need the B value. A is 2, and B is 3. We'll try example 2. So there are no parentheses, so that means the center for number 2 is at 0, 0. Okay, and then you need your A value and your B value. A is going to be square root of 16, so A is 4, and B is square root of 4, which is 2. So I put my center in. A is my sideways distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. B is my vertical, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then connecting those makes your radius, or makes your ellipse. Now, for examples 3 and 4, I already gave you an ellipse, and you have to write the equation for it. So let's see if we can get this. These are not perfect, but we'll do our best. So we are gonna say that the center is at 3, 1. And then it looks like my A value is a little over 2. Because I don't know exactly what that is, I'm just going to have to say A is 2 for sake of writing an equation. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like B will be slightly under 4, but I'm going to round up to 4, just so that I have something to write. So my center creates the first part, so it'll be x minus 3 squared. It's divided by a squared, and a is 2, so it'd be divided by 4. It's always a plus, and then y minus 1 squared divided by b squared, 16, and it always equals 1. The components that make in an ellipse just mean that they'll always be the same, so it's always a plus. It's always like, you know, this divided by a squared. It's always divided by b squared. It always equals 1. Those are the components of an equation that make it an ellipse. Let's try to do example 4. Looks like my center, if I'm doing the best I can, it looks like the center is at -1, -1. Looks like A, my sideways distance, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my vertical distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so then I'll write my equation. Kind of run out of space here a bit. All right, so x minus -1 means x plus 1 squared divided by a squared, so 36. And then y plus 1 squared divided by b squared, so 25, equals 1.